Good morning, everybody. Well, I hope the audio is going to be clear enough for you. So, something a bit different today. We are driving down towards the workshop, and today we're in my Mitsubishi L200 Animal. So, for those of you who don't know, the BMW central locking went up at the Swanee, and that means I've had to find another vehicle. So I purchased this truck because really I'm looking for a workhorse, you know, something I can fill up with crap and do tip runs in, and besides that, it's four-wheel drive, it's lifted a little bit higher, and it is amazingly good fun. Not as quick as a BMW, but still not bad. So I thought what we'd do, seems as this is a first for me in a car with a camera, we'd just truck on and see how we get going. So I think we're going to do a right-hander here. We'll go up through Little Clacton and the nice way rather than just bomb on down the bypass. One thing I will warn you about is the Mitsubishi's got the indicator stalk on the right hand side and the windscreen wipers on the left. That is exactly opposite to every other car I've ever owned. So if you see the windscreen wipers going through this video, there's a very good chance it's me. Being a dick, I just haven't got used 100% to where the bloody indicators are. Okay, it's going to wait. So one of the things with this truck when I got it was somebody put a straight through pipe on it. So literally off the headers right the way out the back, or to the side in this case, with no catalytic converter and no back box. So it was noisy and it sounded pretty naff in my view. And it sounds like a bit of a boy racer car. So you get that poo-ch kind of sound every time you change gear, you know, just like a dump valve would make. It's not a dump valve at all, it's just the way the pressure's built up in the exhaust. And it was just naff. You know, I'm not 18 years old, I'm not driving a hot hatch, you know, sort of thing. So I've put a catalytic converter back in because at some time I want it MOT'd, and that will help get through the MOT because it should have it fitted. And it's quietened it down quite nicely. There's still a little bit of a sigh as I change gear, and it's still a little bit raucous. Maybe you'll pick up on that on the camera, I don't know, but it all adds to the fun of it. Other things I've quickly done, I changed the stereo. It's just a standard single DIN, you know, stereo, but I wanted one with Bluetooth, so I've got hands-free. I also run a lot of music off of USB memory stick because I reserve as much space I can on my phone for video storage, etc, etc. So I've done that, and that's pretty much it really. That's all I've had to do. I do occasionally get an engine management light come on, which doesn't affect driving. I think I'm still a little bit short on back pressure on the exhaust. I'll have a mate read some codes off for me and see where we're going with that. So fair warning to you guys. A while ago I purchased a GoPro 7 Silver. Came with a load of accessories, which is nice, you know. But the bloody thing keeps on coming up with fixing card, which stops it recording. It seems to fix the thing okay, and then I have to manually restart it. It does beep and let me know. Last night I got a bit hossed off with it, so I took out my 128 gig card, put in a 64 gig card that came with it. It's just reset itself now. I mean, bloody hell, we're 10-15 minutes into the journey. I was using this yesterday as well when I was shooting the front fork work on the ZZR. Again, God knows how many times, usually at the worst possible time it shut down. So sorry about that, not a lot I can do. Obviously, I'm pretty sure now 2 cards it's faulty. And I will replace it. It's just that right now, especially having to buy this, especially putting money into the bike, or bikes, plural, it's a bit too much to kind of find that. I don't know how much a new GoPro is, but more than I can afford right now. Then put the wipers on. So yeah, if you hear a beep, brace yourselves because it will turn off. Now, yesterday was a beautiful hot day. It was so hot in the barn. I was in t-shirt, as you'll see if you watch the episode on the front forks, part 1. Today again is meant to be pretty hot. I'm registering 17 external temperature, which is not bad for this time of year. It's going to get cold tomorrow though, so we're going to enjoy all of this whilst we can, you know what I mean? So far I filled up the tank with diesel, probably 2/3 down. I've done 241 miles. I kind of expect to fill up every 300 miles, but still keep some fuel there, you know, for reserves kind of thing. So I'm not doing too bad on fuel. Don't know what that works out as MPG. We're not modern enough to have anything to calculate it with, and I can't be bothered. But I think we're doing okay. And I don't think it's any worse than the BMW, which is a bonus. Vague on the steering, but I think, you know, we've got a older truck, high lift suspension, bloody great heavy tyres on it with big they're all terrains, big sidewalls, you know, great for the potholes, but does make it a little bit vague, but not bad enough to worry. And these are rack and pinion, unlike the Land Rover, which had a old-fashioned steering box. There you go, another reset. I mean, I'm getting 10 minutes between them. Funny how it's got more frequent on this smaller card. Maybe it is a card issue. I don't know if anyone else has had this problem. I will Google it. When I get home. If anyone else has had this problem, please leave a comment. I'd really appreciate a bit of insight in it, because I don't want to go and spend a bloody fortune replacing this GoPro 7 if I don't need to. Anyway, some other good news for you, and I might make separate kind of short for this, but one of the things I find both with the GoPro and with the iPhone standard is that the microphone's very, very good up to a point. And then after that, you know, with a bit of distance, you lose the audio quality. And I've been trying to think what to do, you know, external rifle mic or something like that, directional mic. And I thought, you know, what I could really do with is a wireless system. Now, I'm a great lover of road equipment. I've got a road desktop kind of podcast mic, and I've also got a Rode clip-on mic for, you know, just clipping on your shirt. And I looked at the wireless units, and they're a bit out of my price range at the moment. I wouldn't mind if I was using them regularly enough, but I'm not. So I thought, right, what am I going to do? You know, I need to sort this out. So what I've done is I have resurrected an old iPhone 8SE. I've put the Rode software on it. I've bought a converter because obviously it's lightning. Plugged the Rode mic into it, and using the Rode app I can do all of my recording. The iPhone SE sits in my pocket. I've got total freedom of movement. So I tried this out yesterday, and I got to admit, because of the chaotic way I work, and because every 2 minutes that bloody stupid GoPro shutting down, it's been a bit of a nightmare with the editing. But basically the audio quality is way better than relying, you know, and getting audio drifting in and out as I move further away and closer to the microphone in the standard recording device. So that's a win. Until yesterday, when I went to use it, I didn't have the passcode to get back into my iPhone SE. Luckily this morning I just factory reset it and sorted that out. So if I do any more filming today, I'll probably use my iPhone to do the video rather than the GoPro, and use the other iPhone to do the audio, and that should work out really sweet. So one other thing maybe to mention about about the Animal is, although you can quite happily sit at 70, maybe even 80 on a motorway, 80 is probably not the best place for it. 70's okay, 60's a lot better for it, because these trucks are geared low. They're designed to be able to pull a lot and also carry a lot. You know, they're kind of builders, farmers trucks. So this guy's doing the speed limit. It is annoying, I'm just under 35 and a 40, but I don't feel too confident ripping past him on roads where I can't see far enough, and potentially having to swerve in front of him and cut him off. Just for those who are wondering why I'm going a little bit slower than I normally would. This time of year, you look at all these hedgerows and they're just starting to come to life. You've just got that hint of fresh green, and obviously the blackthorn gives you that beautiful display of fine white flowers, you know, that froth of beauty. And it won't be too long before you start to see the pinks in there from some of the other you know, varieties. I think out of all, this is probably my favourite time of year. Strange, I've never really been a massive lover of the height of summer. You nice, don't get me wrong, certainly better than winter. I can hate winter. Right guys, well that about wraps it up for this one. I'll catch you on the flip.